Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku was a Sorcerer, Part 0. So we're going to run down some information. This is going to be a Sashi Midoriya, head of the Midoriya family. And this is going to be Inka Midoriya, his wife. And this is the ship Kikyo Lionheart and her parents, Seth Lionheart and Cassandra Lionheart. She comes from a proud, long line of half dragons. Their species, they have dragon blood in them. Basically, what it is. Their magic is a lot more potent than the Midoriyas. So far, okay, we'll continue our story of where two major families are getting together. As like, boy, get over here. As Asashi comes over to meet his future wife. As like, this will be your future wife. And introduce yourself. I am Asashi Midoriya. As Inko is like, I'm Inko. As he kisses her hand. As the progress of the celebration of two faction families joining into one. As Inko and Asashi go off as they're talking. As she's like, I'm forced to marry you, of all people. At least you're alright looking. As, Sashi looks over to her, it's like, aren't you a cocky one? It's like, if I'm going to be forced to marry a person I don't know, might as well make the best of a bad situation. Wouldn't you agree, Sashi? As he's like, very well. I do like your free spirit, so I don't have any problems with this. After all, with both our family line, we would have a more potent offspring with magical power, as they agree upon it. As over the years their marriage has progressed, as as Izuku Midoriya is born, as she holds her baby, as Isashi's like, takes after me, as she's like, yeah, but his magic power comes from my line. Don't forget it, as something appear right next to him. It was already there during birth. As a small raven is on next to Izuku. And she's like, seems like he's like me. He has this familiar from birth. As the Sashi's familiar, those things are useless. And she's like, don't disrespect the familiars. There'll be, they have their uses as they're protectors of the family line. Sorry, I have to make sure I get these up and ready. Sorry about that. You saw a bunch of pictures. Oop, wrong one. As we continue our story, as Izuku is around 6, as his training begins with his mother, as she flops a bunch of books on the table, read these, memorize them, and perform them without no mistakes. Begin. As he begins, as his raven's on his shoulder, quacking, as Izuku taps it on the beak, as it makes a sound, and it stops as Izuku is memorizing his first spell. as he's very in tune with fire and lightning. As he as he works on his first fire spell, as from birth he doesn't need to recite the incantation to create fire. As he conjures up a small flame in his hand, as Inko is observing, very good son. As he conjures up some lightning too, as she's surprised. Huh, seems you're very in tune with lightning and fire. Interesting. Now use them. As he throws the fire and lightning all at the same time, as it burns the dummy and electrocutes it, as it goes flying into the wall. It's advanced for his age. It's just like, huh, very well. I want you to continue training these two elements until you master them. Until you get past level 2. He's at level 1, but he's quite advanced. His power is a lot more potent. As he trains day and night through his training, as as the Sashi gets a visitor, a man with yellow eyes, with white hair, and a lady with white hair and blue eyes. As they enter into the Midoriya residence. Ah, Seth. It's been a while, old friend. And Cassandra, I believe this is your beautiful wife, Cassandra, is it? As Seth's like, oh, Sashi, the flatterer. You were always a ladies' man. As Cassandra's like, huh, my husband told me you were quite silver tongue, aren't you? Silver tongue, aren't you? As they greet. What brings you here today? As Seth looks out the window as he sees Izuku training with his fire and his lightning, combining the two into one powerful blast. As you hear a shock wave rattling the windows, as he's like, huh. Seth's like, Sashi, is that your boy? I heard you had a son. As he's like, oh yeah, my son. He's coming along very well. He's learning quite fast. He's already start using his first 2 spells apparently. Wife, how is he doing? He's very advanced for his age. It won't take him long for him to master those 2 spells. Then I'll be working on the rest of them to get him prepared. And she's like, yeah, it's the reason why we came down here, Asashi. I would like to have, I have a proposition for you. As you know, my family line, we have dragon blood in we. We are dragonkin. So for my wife, she has more dragon blood in her than me. But with your bloodline would mix well with ours. I like to propose an arranged marriage between your son and my daughter, Kikyo Lionheart. As he's like, huh. It would indeed make the bloodline a lot more pure. Especially how your wife Inko has bloodkin and has dragonkin in her as well. She's like, huh, like 10% maybe, not much. My ancestors was originally part of some dragonkin family that spread off from the main branch a couple centuries ago. Nevertheless, what do you say, Asashi? How can I say no to an old friend? Of course. So when are you going to inform the boy? He's far too young to know about such things. When he gets a certain age, I will tell him of his new duties. Very well, old friend. We will meet again. As they open the portal, as they're like, come visit us sometime. As they go off. As we're going to skip a few years. Izuki was 5 or 6. Now he's about, let's just say we're going to skip until he's 15. Okay, yeah, we'll skip to he's 15. As Izuku's been mastering all forms of magic that he can, he's quite to learn. He likes to get more powerful. He likes magic. He finds it fascinating. As Asashi summons him to the main hall, as he sees his mother and Asashi sitting on their little throne room, little chairs, it's like, huh, Izuku, it's good for you to come here, boy. For coming so soon. You're early like usual. Yes, father, what do you want? I'm hereby to inform you that you're engaged. You'll be married in a couple years. And as you could say, I refuse. I will not be. As Asashi slaps him in the face, backhands you. No back talk. You are going to get in. You are going to marry. As Izuku's like, I refuse. As he hits him again, enough, dear. You're going to follow the family rules. I married through the same means, so did your mother. I'm the head of the family. You are going to obey. As Izuku's like, I refuse to be your pawn in your little game. I don't know what you're after, father, but I will not be a part of it. You will. Or you will be disciplined. As Izuku's like, I refuse. As he gets up, unleash some fire in his hand. If I have to take you down, father, I will. Huh. I'd like to see you try, boy. As Asashi wasn't expecting him to actually throw the blast, as he throws fire blasts from his both hands, full power, as Asashi goes flying out of his chair into the wall. As he goes, stop it! Like, stop it, son! As Izuku walks past his mother, as he begins to ignite his fire, as there is a big force of magical power, as it knocks Izuku off his feet, hitting into a wall. As he he gets back up, as he's like, huh, you have a lot to learn, son. Gravity bind. Chain gravity bind. As a chain pop up, wraps around Izuku as it's forcing him on his knees. As he unleashes his own fire, as Izuku gets flown back even further. You got much to learn, son. Think I'm gonna have to discipline you some more. As he starts shocking him with electricity. As Inko's like, stop it. I won't allow you to hurt him. As he needs to learn a lesson. You are to marry the daughter of the Lionhearts. There's nothing you could say and do about it. I suggest you yield and follow the command. As the heir of the Midoriya family, you will marry this girl. You will marry my best friend's daughter. And I will not hear no lip about it. Take him away. Seal in his room. Use the most powerful sealing magic you place on his door. You're confined until the marriage. As Izuku gets pulled away, he'll pay for this, father. I refuse. I'll rather die to be some pawn in your little game. To create some sort of super being. As he sits down and sighs. Oh, Jesus. Boy is a handful. As he's like, where does he get this? Where did he get this from? This pawn thing. This, I have some ulterior motive or anything. I have no such thing. I have no such plans. Weren't you a little rough on Izuku? Maybe so, but he's a stubborn one. You can't simply just tell him to do something, he'll do it. You kind of have to force his hand a little bit. Maybe a couple days in his room will calm the boy down. As we're going to cut to Izuku as he gets thrown in his room, as there's a big seal on his door. As he tries to open it, as it shocks his hand, damn it. As, he sits there, fiddling his thumb, getting irritated. I will not be forced to do anything I don't want to do. I will not have my life planned out for me. I refuse. As he starts throwing books all over, as he got a little bit angry, as he hits the bookcase down his room, as a book fly open. It's a portal. It's a book on portals to different dimensions, and he's like, "What's that?" As he picks it up, as he's like, "I never knew I had this book." As I thought I read all of these. As one of the maids accidentally placed a certain book in his room by accident. It must be one of the maids. It seems useless, but as he put it down, he saw a couple pages. Huh. As he smiles, I have a way out. I just need a couple items. As he spends the next couple days practicing this spell, as he practices other spells, as Izuku's like, I think I'm ready. Because I have no choice. As all you hear is a loud scream as the room gets destroyed, as the seal breaks, as the door goes flying into the wall. As a couple of the guards see what's going on, as Izuku uses his magic powers, not magic power, but as his raw magic power, as he ignites them towards the guards as they go flying into the wall, knocking out. Nothing personal, but I'm not going to be someone's plaything. As he goes into the magical items, as he looks through, he takes a bag and throws in the orb of knowledge. No, this orb, it has all knowledge recorded into it. Spells, other stuff, but mostly spells he will be used it for. As he puts it in his bookcase, his little bag. As he grabs a couple items. As he gets to the area, as Asashi walks in. What are you doing out of your room? As Asashi was about to bind him again, as Izuku only have a chance to use the spell. He hasn't had a chance to practice them more, but it's as time stops, as it's time magic, as I don't have enough. I need to get out of here fast. I need to do this fast. As he gets the items he needs, as he makes the graph on the floor, the symbols, as he uses all his magical. He used half of his magic powers, his magical energy, as he opens the portal, as he smiles. I'm not going to be a little pawn anymore, Father. Don't you what you got planned, but I won't be part of it. As the portal opens, as the spell instantly stops, as he's like, damn it, he got away. As he runs over to Inka, we have a problem, wife. The boy escaped. I don't know where he went. As they go through his room, as they see the portal book. How did he get his hands on this? Inko, would you you're more familiar with dimension traveling than I am. He could have been anywhere. We're going to have to contact the Lionhearts. They're not going to like this. As they take a portal to the Lionheart residence, as you see Cassandra Lionheart, Seth Lionheart, and Kikyo Lionheart, they're all in their main hall as they get a knock. As she's talking about the marriage to her father, she's totally fine with it. It will progress their family, so she's all for it. She's seen him, Midoriya. She kind of fell in love with him. She fell in love with him at first sight. As Sashi and Inko, what brings you here? As they explain the situation. As Kikyo is getting upset as the room shatters, like the windows break. Cassandra's like, sweetheart, calm down. I'm not going to calm down, mother. He thinks he could just escape this marriage, and I have something to say about that. If I have to drag him back here myself, he will marry me. As she walks up to Isashi and blasts him with fire, and as she puts her foot on Isashi's throat, you will allow him escape our family agreement. As Seth's like, all right, calm down, a little hothead. You get heated up like this, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, father. And she's like, and she realized what she did. She's like, oh, I'm very sorry, sir, Sashi. And he picks her up. Oh, I don't mind that. You're quite powerful, little one. Much like my boy. I see you have a temper. As Seth's like, yeah, she kind of gets mad. She doesn't have full control of her emotions yet. We've been trying to teach her that, but every time when it comes to your son, she totally adores the boy. It kind of took her over the edge. And it's like, I'm sorry. As she bows, like, it's fine. But why doesn't he want to marry? I mean, we haven't met yet, but he knows what I look like, right? It's like, yeah, we showed him some images of you, but he's a difficult person. He sees it as a sentence, apparently. I love my son, but he is a free spirit. As she's like, father. It's like, yes, dear. Allow me to bring him back. I will bring him back, father. He's my mate. He's my future husband, and I will marry him. As Asaji's like, I like her already. As Asashi gives her something. Here, this is a little spell that my boy hasn't learned, and it's good for capturing. I think you, with your talent, you used to be able to master it pretty fast. As she smiles. I'll be meeting you soon, my Izuku. Then after I get you back, I'm gonna bind you up in my room and not let you out for a month. As she has an evil smile because she doesn't like when people try to escape her. So it's like, I think it's my fault, husband. As Inko's like, maybe we should have had them meet a long time ago. Maybe this would have been unavoided. And Asachi's like, maybe that's so, but he takes after you after all. You're a free spirit. I never expected him to jump dimensions. He really wanted to escape. Maybe this time, let's it'll take her for a little bit to master the spell. Maybe this will give our boy some time to adjust. Maybe this little trip will get that freedom out of his system. After all, I've kind of confined him to the manor, nowhere else. He's never been allowed to leave the premises. So maybe this newfound freedom will ease him a little bit. It's like hopefully he comes back before Kikyo finds him. As she runs off to her study to study the spells. She has motivation now because she can't have her fiance go skipping on their arranged marriage. As that happens. We cut to Izuku as he portals into the UA universe. As he immediately did a dispersal spell to hide his magic aura so they can't find him. As he starts writing stuff on his body, as he claps his hand together, as he sealed majority of his magic, only allowing to use like lightning and fire, his natural talent, as his crow, not crow, but as his ravens on his shoulder. I was like, come on, girl, let's explore this new world we found ourselves into. I'm finally free from overbearing parents and some arranged marriage that never met the girl. Well, that's done with. It's only a matter of time before they find me, though, but for now, let's have some fun. As he explores the city, he walks past and he sees, some punks picking on a girl, trying to, giving some random girl a hard time. And she's like, leave me alone. And she's like, give me your money, broad, or you want to die? As they pull a knife on her, as she's scared. As Ezekiel walks over, I believe the lady told you to get lost. Who the hell are you, kid? I said you move along. I think not. As the guy rushes him, as he disappears in front of him, back of him, he's like, gonna have to be faster than that. Gonna have to be a lot faster than that. As he continues to do that, as he's portaling behind him. As he keeps doing that, and the last time he portaled, he touched the dude's soldier. As he electrocutes him, as he falls to the ground, convulsing and foaming from the mouth. As Izuku kicks him in the face. As for good measure. It's like, you're dead, kid. As he unleashes fire from his hands. As Izuku starts laughing. You call that fire? That little torch? As Izuku unleashes fire from his hand, and it's a lot bigger than his. As he tosses it, as the guy goes straight implanted it into the cement wall, the brick wall. As Izuku grabs the purse, it's like, here, miss, I believe this belongs to you. As he kisses her hand, I am Izuku. Pleasure to meet you. As she blushes, like, thank you, kid. Like, thank you, young man. As it's like, I have to get to work, but thank you again. As he's like, see you later. As Izuku's like, huh. As Izuku tortures them, both of them, as he unleashes his fire, vaporizing them. That's done. Probably should get out of here before the current. As he sees police officers trying to go to the area where he was as he's walking, it's like, I probably should get a change of clothes. I probably look odd to these people. As he looks around and sees the people's attire, as some clothes magically appear on him, through his magic. He's like, that's much better. I must find lodging, apparently. as he goes to, a forest away from town, as he sees an old house, like really decrepit, and he's like, huh, it's time to do some work. As he magically repairs the house and puts a spell that on the house itself, as the outside looks nice, but the inside's a whole lot bigger. It's like a manor inside, and only and when someone not Izuku, that's not not invited, it's just a abandoned house. But when Izuku enters it, it's a furnished living area. Magic. So as Izuku puts down the knowledge orb, as he begins to study, and we're going to stop it there. That's 30 minutes, yeah. So that's so far what I thought of the story. Leave a comment down below what you think. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging my time zone. Sorry, bye.